You and all of us, we make this beloved circle whole. So come and join in. We've been waiting for you. Let's begin in love and in openness to grow our faith, especially as we focus today on our UU superpowers. So let's rise up in body or in spirit and spiral in to Juliana and Victoria leading us in Gathered Here, followed by a little superhero music.
Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in one strong body. Gather here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gather here in the mystery of the hour. Gather here in one strong body. Gather here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near.
And now let us light the flame of our faith. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift. Offering to serve. We begin by making a chalice with our hands or a bigger one like this, whichever you're comfortable with, and we focus on being grateful for all the things that we have in ourselves. So breathing in and breathing out. What can you be grateful for in this moment that you possess in yourself? What qualities, capacities, abilities, what gifts are you feeling blessed with right now in your own self? And expanding that to all the people and beings that you know. To be able to be grateful right now for something someone said or did, for a community that you can belong to, for a connection that you have that makes you feel loved and supported or challenges you in some way that helps you grow. Breathing in and breathing out. And what gifts of the natural world are with you in the interdependent web of life? What beauty, what food, what capacity in nature allows you to live this life you have at the moment. For all of those gifts, we breathe in and breathe out. So, having gathered all of this gratefulness of all of these gifts and blessings within ourselves, within our communities and others, and with the entire web of life, we gather that gratitude and we make an offering or intention to serve, opening up ourselves. What do we intend to or serve with today that can spread those blessings far and wider than just ourselves? Let's imagine those possibilities and commit to serving the world in some way with all that we've been given. May it be so. For a moment of inquiry, I have a question for you, and that is, why do we have the Superhero City room at church? There's capes in there, there's benches in there that have stars on them, there's a telephone booth you can put your cape on in. Why do we have this room in RE? Do you remember? Well, the answer is that each room upstairs represents one of the 6 UU sources of the living tradition. A source is just like a fountain of great wisdom for us to learn from. And the Superhero City room is where we go when we're at church. We go there to learn about the words and the deeds of prophetic people that have confronted evil, the powers of evil in the world, with the transformative power of love. That means that it's a room where we learn about how to use our powers in the world to heal and not to harm, just like superheroes or heroines that you might know of in the comics or in the movies. It's the same thing except for real life. Here's a story from Victoria about a person who was really seeking to have more power in their life.
This is the story of the stonecutter. There once was a stonecutter who was dissatisfied with himself and with his position in life. One day he passed a wealthy merchant's house. Through the open gateway he saw many fine possessions and important visitors. How powerful that merchant must be, thought the stonecutter. He became very envious and wished that he could be like the merchant. To his great surprise, he suddenly became the merchant, enjoying more luxuries and power than he ever had imagined. Soon, a high official passed by, carried in a sedan chair, accompanied by attendants and escorted by soldiers beating gongs. Everyone, no matter how wealthy, had to bow low before the procession. How powerful that official is, he thought. I wish that I could be a high official. Then he became the high official, carried everywhere in his embroidered sedan chair, feared and hated by all the people around. It was a hot summer day, so the high official felt very uncomfortable in the sticky sedan chair. He looked up at the sun. It shone proudly in the sky, unaffected by his presence. How powerful the sun is, he thought. I wish that I could be the sun. Then he became the sun, shining fiercely down on everyone, scorching the fields, cursed by the farmers and laborers. But soon a huge black cloud moved between him and the earth, so that his light could no longer shine on everything below. How powerful the storm cloud is, he thought. I wish that I could be the storm cloud. Then he became the cloud, flooding fields and villages, shouted at by everyone. But soon he found that he was being pushed away by some great force, and realized it was the wind. How powerful the wind is, he thought. I wish that I could be the wind. Then he became the wind, tiles blowing off of roofs, uprooting trees, and feared and hated by all below him. Then he ran up against something that would not move no matter how forcefully he blew against it. A towering, huge rock. How powerful that rock is, he thought. I wish that I could be a rock. Then he became the rock, more powerful than anything else on earth. But as he stood there, He heard the sound of a hammer pounding a chisel into the hard surface and felt himself being changed. What could be more powerful than I, the rock, he thought. He looked down and saw far below him the figure of a stone cutter.
Now, in response to this story, I would invite you to become the superhuman that you are. And maybe you can run around the room, or you can actually pretend that you're doing the thing that you would love to do in order to bring that healing power to the world. So this story has a lot to teach us. The first thing is that your power is your own, right? Each person, each individual is full of that inherent worth and dignity, and there is power in that. That you don't need someone else's power. You have your own power, right? Yeah. The second thing is that being power hungry and that kind of transformation of you to be having more power over other people is actually not the kind of transformative power that will take care of hate in the world, right? So the kind of power that we want to have is power that comes from within us, and we resource for ourselves, that we are actually supporting that love and equity in the world, so that other people can have their power, not power over, like, oh, I can't wait to have more power in the world, so I'm all powerful. No, that's not going to help the world be more free. And the third thing is that sometimes the power that we have is not all fancy and recognized and affirmed by other people. We can have very quiet power in the world, whether you're 3 or 5, or whether you're 105. Your power may manifest in the world very differently, and it may be a very subtle thing, but it may be very powerful that other people may not recognize it right away. So as our witness today, I wanted to share with you the picture of Levi Drahim. He's one of our Unitarian Universalist youth. He was the youngest person, the youngest child, in a lawsuit against the government in 2015 to say to the government, you can't treat our planet this way, and to get them to do something. Levi is now older, but still very much a part of that action against the government to say, you need to do more for us as kids. For our responsive affirmation today, we have Robert and Ethan from our coming of age group, our 9th graders, and they're going to lead us in an affirmation of the power that we do have.
I am only one, but still I am one.
Let us use our powers to heal and not to harm.
I cannot do everything, but still I can do something.
Let us use our powers to heal and not to harm.
And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do.
Let us use our powers to heal and not to harm.
A great big love from church today. I hope you feel the power of our love around you, and that you spread that love with great power to heal and not to harm. Bye for now. I will see you next time.